Hello students, welcome back. So now I'm going to show you how you can use count, sum, average, min, max, group by and having clause. So count, as the name indicates, that will be for counting the number of records without retrieving all the records across the network. So one of the advantage of counting all the records is that it saves bandwidth. Maybe you just want to know how many records are there in a table. That's all you want. So in this case, you can use count. So the way you do is select count star from fruits. That's all you have to do. So come over here, Control A, Control V over here, and let's run this and wait for it, and that's going to give you the count of the total records. In this particular instance, this is the table I'm using, and there are total 15 records. You can see that it prints out the count 15. Okay, now let's say you want to count fruits by color. You want to know how many are green, how many are red, how many different types of colored fruits are there. You can do that too. In this case, type select color, comma, and count star as color count. So that's going to give you the color count for each one of them from fruits, and you group by color. Okay, let's come over here and let's gonna copy I'm gonna paste it over there, and let's run this and wait for it, and that's gonna give you the count for each color. So it tells you for blue there is only one. You can actually check how many blues you got. There's only one. There's no other blue over here. For brown there are four. If you come over here, you're gonna see four browns. One, two, three, four brown, and then for green there are three. You will see three greens. One, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. Okay, now let's suppose you want to count the total quantity of the fruits by the color. So in this case, you say select color, some quantity, and in this case, I'm creating an alias as some quantity from fruits group by color. So that's going to tell you for each color what is the total quantity of that is. Okay, that's what this sum quantity does. So let's copy that and let's run this. Come over here, paste it, and let's run this and wait for it. That's going to give you the total quantity based on color. For blue, it's telling you the total quantity is 20. So if you notice how many blues are there, there's only one blue and there's only 20. All right, 20 quantity. What about brown? It's telling you there's total 70. Let's count brown. So you have 25 brown, 15 brown, 20 plus 15 is 25, 35, 40. And then you have 15 plus 15 is 30. So 40 plus 30 comes out to be 70, and there you go. You have 70 brown. What about green? It says 120. How many greens do you see? You have 40 right here, and then another green would be right here, 70. So 40 plus 70, that is 110, and there got to be another green somewhere over here. That would be there it is, green, and there is 10, and that makes it total 120. This is how you get 120. Okay, now let's say you want to find the average price per unit of fruits by the color. So you can do select color, all right, and then average price per unit, okay, from fruits group by color. And in this case, I'm going to call this thing as, let's give it an alias. I don't know why I commented it out. Must slept on this one. So come over here, select color, average price per unit as average price from fruits group by color. All right, so let's copy this, bring it over here, paste it, and let's run this and wait for it. And that's going to give you the average price per unit based on the color. For the blue, the average price per unit is 2.5 because there's only one blue. You can see that it's a 2.5 average price per unit. Now for the brown, it's telling you 2.45. So what's happening is taking brown price, which is, where is my brown? This is one, is taking 1.8 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3, and then it's divided by 4 because there are total 4 browns. And this is how you come with 2.45. Green is 2.1. How does it come with 2.1? Well, where's my green? There is green 1. So it takes 1. And then another green is right here. It takes 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6. And then it takes another green. This is 0.3. Adds 0.3 to that. Then it divides by 3 because there are total 3 green over here. And this is how it comes with the average price, 2.1. Okay, let's say you want to find the minimum and maximum price of a fruit by the color. So in this case, select color, you type min, that's the function min, and then you specify the name of the column And in this case, I'm creating an alias as min price. And then also, I also want to know my maximum price. You can have two different functions too. In this case, that would be my maximum price from the fruits. Okay, and then group by color. All right, let's do that. So copy paste over here. Let's run this and wait for it. And that's going to tell you the minimum and maximum price. But for blue, the minimum and maximum is same because there's only one blue. You can see that blue is, where's my blue? Right here. So 2.5, that is a PPU, price per unit. There's only one. Let's look at the brown. It's telling you the minimum is 1.8 and the maximum is 3. So let's look at the brown. Brown is minimum 1.8. This is 3. Then this is 2. This is 3. So the minimum is 1.8 and the maximum is 3 right here. Let's look at the green. It's telling you the minimum is 0.3 and the maximum is 5. So let's go find green. This is my green is 5 right here. This is 0.3. And I think there was another green somewhere over here. There it is, 1. So clearly the minimum is 0.3 and the maximum is 5. It tells you 0.3 is minimum and the maximum is 5 for the green. Okay, now let's say you want to find the total price value of the fruits in inventory by the color. So you can do select color sum quantity times price per unit. So when you multiply your quantity by price per unit, that's going to give you the total price. In this case, I'm creating a new column called total price. I'm creating an alias from the fruits and I'm grouping by color. So let's do that. Come over here, paste it, and let's run this and wait for it. And that's going to give you the total price. It's going to give you the total price for each one of them by color. So for blue, the total price is 50. So you can see that blue is there's only one. 20 times 2.5 is 50. All right. What about brown? Well, for brown, it is telling you its total price is 165. Now, what's happening is this, that it is multiplying total quantity, quantity by price per unit for brown. So where is my brown? Brown is over here. So it's multiplying 25 by 1.8. Okay, then it multiplies 15 by 3. You get some answer. Then it multiplies 15 by 2 and 15 by 3. And all these answers you get, it adds them all together. That gives you the total price. And the total price for brown is 165. Same thing happens with your green. So, to calculate the total price for the green, it multiplies 40 by 1, and then it comes down. It looks at another green right there. 10 multiplied by 5, that's 50, and then 70 multiplied by zero point 0.3, whatever your answer is. So it basically adds that and adds this value and adds this value, and you come with 111. Okay, now let's suppose you want to print all of the above stats in one single shot. You can do that too. So in this case, select color, count as count, average quantity. I'm just creating an alias average quantity, sum, min, max. So this way you can do multiple aggregation function in one shot from fruits, group by color, and order by color. You can do that too. It will allow your SQL statement allows you to do that. So paste it and let's run this and wait for it. Now you're going to get all these columns: minimum, maximum, sum, average. So for blue, the total blues are 1. The average quantity is, well, there is nothing over here, average quantity. All right. And then total, actually, yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, for average quantity is 20. Then your total minimum, actually, let me just increase the size of the screen. There you go. And let me increase the size of the screen. There you go. And there you go. All right, so for blue, the count is 1, average quantity is 20, total quantity is 20, and minimum quantity is 20, maximum quantity is 20 because there's only one blue. For brown, there are 4 browns. The average quantity is for 17.5. The total quantity is 70. Basically, it added all the numbers together for brown. And then it finds the minimum quantity was 15 and the maximum quantity was 25. Same thing for green, same thing for orange and red and yellow. Okay, now I'm going to show you having with group by. Having is like another clause that you can use with group by to kind of like filter certain records out. So suppose you have to find colors having total quantity more than 70. So in this case, you select colors, some quantity as total quantity from the fruits, and you group by colors. And in this case, you only want the ones that are having total quantity more than 70. All right, so let's copy and paste that over here, and let's run this. And that's going to give you only those fruits, only those colors whose total quantity is more than 70. So green, red, and yellow, only these ones have total quantity more than 70. Okay, what if you want to find colors having count more than three? So select colors, count everything from the from your records, and call it as fruit count. From fruits, group by color, having fruit count greater than three. So when I copy this, run this, and that's going to give me those records whose fruit count is more than 3, and ran this, and let's wait for it. And this one, it gives me there is only one, brown. Only brown has fruit count more than 3, which is 4. But what about green? Green only has one. You don't see many green over there. What about yellow? One, two, three. There's only 3 of them yellow, and only brown has 4. You can see that you have one, two, three, four browns. So that's why it gave me that answer.